Hello everyone, Colin Canet here for Woodwork Web. Before I get started, I want to do a quick shout out to Kate and Ken and to Brent who attended one of the courses I delivered not too long ago. Today I'm going to be testing drills because I bought a new drill and I want to compare it against my old drill. I recently purchased this 18-volt Milwaukee drill. Now, any of you who have been following my videos know that I'm a big fan of their 12-volt system. And I have the drill, I have the driver, I have the little saw and the multi-tool. I love all of those tools. What I found recently is that the drill, whenever I'm doing pocket holes or when I'm doing doweling, especially if I'm doing a lot of making a lot of holes, I'm cutting into things like maple and oak, I'm just finding the drill does not have quite the power that I really would like to have. Now, I could also use my corded drill, but I just find the cordless is a little bit handier. So today I want to compare my 12-volt and the 18-volt and just see what kind of difference there is. One of the problems I've been struggling with in upgrading my drill is I really didn't want to have an 18-volt and a 12-volt because the batteries are not compatible, of course. But look at, this is why I love Milwaukee. Now, there's lots of great tools out there. I'm not trying to sell you Milwaukee, but I happen to like them. And this is one of the reasons I like them. Check this out. They have, in this charger that I just bought, it has a 12-volt charger and it has the 18. So, you know, you can stick your 18-volt charger in there. It's got a green light so we know it's charged. I can also stick my 12-volt. I don't need to set up separate chargers. The 12-volt, if I can find a way of putting it in there, there it is, goes in there, and there you can see it's got a red light on. It'll come green in a second because I know it's charged, but I don't need two separate chargers for it. So that would kind of convince me that I could actually use 18 and 12-volt. So let's get started. I'm going to wait for the green light to come on here to make sure that this is up to full power, and we'll get started drilling these holes so we can compare. Okay, there they are. Both green lights are on, so let's get started. Before we get started, I want to tell you what I'm using. A 3/8 drill here, and the reason I'm using that, or a 3/8 bit, is because my most popular doweling bit is 3/8, and pocket holes are also 3/8. So I want to try and replicate that as best I can. Now, I've sharpened this bit and it's nice and sharp, but because I'm drilling so many holes, it's going to get heated up. So on the side here, I have some water that I'm going to, after every couple of holes or so, I'm going to cool a bit down so that we make sure that we get as accurate a reading as we can. And I'll take it and dry it off each time and then drill some more holes. Okay, so it turns out that the piece of fur that I had, the 2x4, it was too soft and I had to make multiple holes. So I've now gone to oak. I've also touched up the drill just to make sure that it's absolutely sharp. And this time there should be a lot less holes. So there's what the 12-volt did, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed because this is almost 2-inch thick oak, and it did 46 holes before the battery died on. So let's go over and try the 18-volt and then see what it can do. Well, to be honest, my arm's getting sore having drilled all these holes. So So we've got the 18 volt, and I'm standing on a stool so that I can get a bit more downward pressure. So we'll let's go ahead now. We've tweaked the bit, and let's see what we can do with the 18 volt. Actually, before I start, I'm going to draw a line down here so that we know where the 12 ends and the 18 starts. Okay, let's count those. So there's what the 18 volt did, 59 holes compared to, where is it there, 46 holes for the 12 volt. So not really that much more, but now the thing I want to do is I want to test how long it takes, because this battery is dead now, and so is the 12 volt. So I want to test now how long it takes to recharge both of those batteries in that charger. Okay, now I'm just going to keep checking back every, probably every 5 minutes or so, and we'll see how long it takes these batteries to recharge. Okay, both these batteries have been recharged now, and I timed them. What's interesting is the 18 volt took 35 minutes to recharge fully, and so did the 12 volt. They both took 35 minutes. But I want to talk about this one right here. I just bought this drill, and I bought it at one of the big box stores. Had it on sale, $100, but it only came with one battery, and it came with the smallest battery that's available, and they call it a 1.5 amp hour. And an amp hour is basically just a way of measuring the power, or how much power is in a battery. Now normally this drill would come with a 2 amp hour. 2 amp hour is equivalent to, what is it here? Equivalent to 36 watts compared to this battery, which is comparable to 27 watts. So the other battery is a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, and instead of getting 59 holes, you might get, I don't know, 65 or 70 holes out of it. But I wanted to compare the least with the least. And the reason I wanted to do that, and here's where it gets interesting. This battery, you can buy this battery by itself, $50. You can buy the 2 amp version, $100. So it's 25% more power, but it's twice the price. I just went and checked the video. It took me 12 minutes to drill all of those holes, and it took 30 minutes to charge another battery. So in terms of economy, you could actually buy the 1.5 amp, because you're not going to drill, in most cases, you're not going to be drilling, whatever it is, 59 holes in 12 minutes. It'll take you, sort of an hour or something to do that, or even half an hour. And by that time, your next battery can be charged. So it's just an interesting way of looking at drills. When you buy a drill, make sure you have a look at the battery that comes with it, because even though it's a sale price, the battery might be, have less power than the regular one. And that was the case with this one, but I knew that before I bought it. But I just wanted to see how comparable it was. So do I like it? Yeah, I love the drill. And I might actually go out and buy another battery pack for $50, and it means I'll probably never run out of power, because even the $50 one will do for me what I want. Well, that concludes my video on comparing the two drills, and no real surprises. It's just nice to compare, to see really what the difference is when you actually get down to doing some practical drilling. And I quite like the 18 volt. I think I'll hang on to it now that I've bought it, and I'm not sure what I'll do with the 12 volt, but I'm sure I'll find a place for it somewhere. I'm Colin Cadet for Woodwork Web. Thanks for watching.